mediocre. I was a straight A student. I'd won a scholarship to the Budapest Conservatorium of Music. I was smart. I was talented. Erica had told me that none of that mattered, but I'd refused to listen. "When they look at you, they don't see a girl who hands her homework in on time," she'd said. "They don't care that you wake at 6 every morning to practice piano. They don't see a concert pianist when they look at you. They see a Jew." The officer crouched down on one knee and looked under my bed. I pressed my mouth to my sister's ear. "Where are we going?" Erica looked at our father's face, etched with fear, and at our mother, standing next to him, wringing her hands. "I don't know," she whispered, "but anywhere has to be better than here." We'd been living in the ghetto for 6 weeks. It had only taken a few days for the walls to go up around us, hemming us in. Erica hated the ghetto. She hated curfew and the guards at the gates. She hated that her friends couldn't visit her or telephone once the line was disconnected. She missed going to the cinema and eating zacher torta at Café Gerbeau. She missed the admiring glances of young men and the way they fought for her attention. One by one, they had all donned uniforms and stopped talking to her. She hated Hitler. I just thought he was crazy. Before our radio was confiscated, I heard him rant about Jews on the BBC. "We were a threat to the nation," he said. "We stole people's jobs, we ate too much, and we spread disease." I didn't think anyone in Hungary would take him seriously. But then the German tanks rolled into Budapest in March 1944, and the government started passing these crazy laws. Father's business was shut down, and his bank account was frozen. We couldn't ride in trains or go to university. Having blue eyes and blonde hair, I didn't attract the attention of the black-booted SS soldiers who patrolled the streets. Not until April, when in keeping with the Führer's orders, Mother sewed a yellow star on all of my clothes, a 6-pointed Star of David, as big as my palm, inscribed with the German word for Jew, Jude. I wished I could wear my star proudly as Erica did. We weren't a strictly religious family, but the way Erica saw it, if she had to be stamped a Jew, she'd make her own labels. She found a length of bright yellow silk at Zimmerman's haberdashery on Utvar Street and fashioned her own glimmering stars that she wore proudly on her left breast. I hid mine when I could, under scarves, my hair, my school bag strap. There were others at school branded like me, and it made me feel a little less alone, but I hated that star. It changed everything. The girls I spent every lunchtime with told me that they would understand if I felt more comfortable eating with my Jewish classmates. My best friend stopped inviting me over. At least I still had Bach and Beethoven for company. The officers had moved into our living room. The young one with the bulging pockets was seated at the piano, running his sweaty fingers over the keys. He hit middle C. "Nice piano, an August Forster," he said, turning to look at his colleague. "I've always wanted an August Forster." "Take it," the older officer said. "Come back for it tomorrow with the truck." Erica pulled away from me. "Don't," I pleaded. I grabbed her arm and held it tight. "Don't go in there. You'll get us in trouble. He won't let us keep it, and even if he did," I whispered, "I can't take it with me." Erica froze at the sound of our mother's voice. "Please, sir." My mother stepped toward the officer, tears streaking her face. "Not the piano." "Shut up." The older officer swung his flashlight at my mother, and she leapt back in fright. He turned to my father. "The synagogue, tomorrow, 8 o'clock." He opened the front door and stepped into the corridor. The young officer smiled and followed him out. "They can't do this. We won't let them." Erica ran to the piano. Father locked the front door. "We need to start packing. We have a lot to do." He took my sister by the shoulders and steered her back to the bedroom. My mother sat slumped at the piano, her head bowed. I sat beside her. "I am so sorry, Hanna. So sorry," she repeated, as though it were all her doing. Tears stained her collar, and when she pulled me to her, I felt her body shuddering beneath the soft fabric of her dressing gown. I pulled away. I didn't want to see her despair. I wanted her to be brave. "I should go pack," I said. Mother rose from the stool and shuffled into the kitchen.